What is up, guys? It's Oprelia, and today we're going to be talking about OpenART AI platform, which just dropped out two new features. The first one being MCP, which is still having a 10% discount till tomorrow. That is the 12th, and this basically allows to hook up your Claude and other tools like ChatGPT into their OpenART connector, which basically allows your AI agent to start generating images and videos, and it's just like a one connection and gets access to all of these models that they have currently available on their roster, which is actually quite big one. And this is obviously for specific types of workflows. Not everybody are into MCPs or don't want to use them because of the costs, but for those who are interested in, this is also one alternative that you can basically go for. Another thing that they basically released is the Vibe Direct, which is basically an AI agent that basically helps you to generate your own film trailers, social content, brand films, or even music videos. So, in case you're not a very creative person, you have the ability to basically kind of go into these templates and start generating your own stuff. And it can be very helpful, and it can be also quite fast process if you want to pump out content really fast. This one is one way to do that. Now, before we go into today's topic, which is their VFX tool, which I was supposed to review earlier, but I got into, a lot of other delays and etc. But I do want to say this that I've been promoting OpenArt for quite some time because they do have actually one of the most affordable cost per second prices for Seedance 2.0. So if you're looking like basically the cheapest platform per credit per second, basically OpenArt is currently the most cheapest outside from buying like an unlimited plan out there. So in case you're looking for Seedance plans that are affordable, I definitely recommend OpenArt. But today we are going to be focusing on the actual VFX tool, and we're going to be reviewing it. I'm going to be making it very clear. There's also a couple of other things into this which are not really today's focus, like the relight video and replacing backgrounds. The VFX seems to be a bit of more of an improvement over those tools. So here, for example, we have a video. I'm going to just mute the music because it's copyrighted. So here I have the original video. This was done by somebody in China. I think this was, very early videos of, one of my favorite videos that I saw when Seedance 2.0 came out. And basically, this relighting tool allowed me to, just generate a new sunning tool. Okay, there's a bit of a distortion on the background here already, but in terms of lighting of the video, it definitely does a good job. So it just looks actually in some ways looks better. This is 720p. It does has also the ability to do 1080p, but that is going to be a lot more costlier in terms of the credits. These are around 200 credits per video. Here was another test on a background removal on an anime video. This did not turn out to be pretty good, but the motions of the character are somewhat consistent and the same. There's a lot of people who are in my Telegram obviously know the reference video here, and it's a lot of cuts, and it's not the best example to try, but the character does stay relatively the same. And so here is our first attempts. And obviously, I'm experimenting with the tools and I'm going to be making mistakes. So here's my first try. And this is the original video. This is also from my Telegram. I was like, hey, can we change the actual background into sand from snow? And I did obviously the masking tool here, and it actually masked the character, not the snow. I was thinking I was doing the reverse, and it changed it into I don't know if this is a man or a woman at this point, but it's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, but it did like an okay job on things. There's a lot of blurriness obviously going on here, but one of the benefits here is that it does have a masking tool, which I'm gonna show you in a second. Now, in case you don't like this tool, by the way, they do also have Gemini Omni Flash available on this platform as well. So you don't have to be stuck up to using the VFX because you're going to have access to also this as well. Now, here is another one. This turned out to be actually a bit more better. So at this time around, I actually learned. So people probably know this famous meme, and basically I just mapped it out and I changed it into jungle background. And it turned out to be okay. There's a lot of, it's a very specific video because there's a lot of lighting and actually people will move cross him and now they have turned into leaves. And it's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie, but actually it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's definitely a bit behind the thing. And here is the masking here. As you can see, the mask is not like perfect because there's so much things going on. The lighting. These are not ideal masking videos. I'm not giving easy entries for to feed in. And then I also did one of the things that I showed on my recent seedance tutorial. This was a video clip there. Basically, I asked GPT to reskin it to realism, and this is something actually better workflow. So that's what I recommend doing. People is for the skinning. You're reskinning the files, and it turned out to be pretty okay. It's not as good as my result with seedance 2.0 because there's pixelization here, but the motion is good. The backgrounds are actually quite consistent. There's a bit of distortion in these movements over here, and that's kind of where we see, like, when we are not talking about top class, world class video editors, their movement in terms of like combat, fisting, boxing, all that type of stuff is really bad. So still to this day, like Seedance is kind of like the only one that can really do action scenes. Everybody else is really struggling with them. But I do like this end result here. It's not terrible. It's not the best, but it still does quite a lot of job, and probably some adjustments can make it even better if you do better masking. Here is another one of my prompts that I've shared ages ago. This is about like a paintbrush, which basically does different thing. And here the total different background actually changed. I said turn it into a cartoon, and it created a random background, which definitely is not a cartoon. So it's not the best thing out there, but it did keep the character maybe 1 or 2 minutes cartoonish, and then it's just like, granted, this is not a good image, but GPT doesn't did a great job on it, but whatever. So what we're gonna be doing is this card racing thing. And first, once you're gonna be uploading it, then you have to crop it. So it's limited to 240 frames. So I guess if you have anime clip and it's 25 fp, 25 frames per second, you can do a lot more. And this is basically a scene of them flying with these things. This is also a prompt that I've shared in my Telegram. But we're gonna do the start of it. We're gonna do, yeah, like here until here. Gonna confirm it, and that's going to be our time. So there's a limitation of 8 seconds basically at 30 FPS. So that's pretty normal. I mean, Gemini Omni Flash is limited into, well, the same. And we're going to be trying out if we can make the mountains and the grass basically snow. I don't know if that will be possible. So here you can basically choose areas. You can choose the grass, for instance, or you can choose the sky. Um, let's see if it allows us to basically get a whole grass area here. And this is a masking tool that actually exists. Um, something that does not exist in Gemini Omni Flash. So you have actually quite a lot of control over here. Okay. Now we're gonna do that 3 still here. And this is the included area. So this is the ones, okay, we're gonna do one back. Still one back still. Let's see if we can actually get the green. I don't want to get the machines. It's still, can we actually remove? Yeah, we can actually remove, like we can do this and we can try our mythology over here. Okay, that's going to be good enough. We're not going to go full on. We're just going to testing it here. And you can increase the intensity here. That's a pretty good thing feature. Maybe we're going to remove that stuff over here. That's not really necessary for us to do right now because that's in the distance. And then we're going to preview, and here you can invert. So these are the things you're going to be changing and etc. Then we're going to hit preview. Okay, that looks pretty solid. There's some pixelizations over here. We can leave some green here. Maybe look better in results. Confirm. And this is the areas to keep. And then you can do the target output look. Create with AI. And this is our frame. And we use GPT image 2. Turn the grass into snow. Well, actually, we probably wouldn't need to do the masking if we just do it this way anyways. But let's see how it turns out. And we're going to see the end result. And then, yeah, keep the grass snow, or actually turn the grass into snow, and that snowing effect. Okay, our video has finally rendered, and here's our end result, and it actually is looking out pretty decent. Best of all things I've shown you here today, but there's problems. The character suddenly starts to look at, on wrong direction. He swapped out, and obviously now he looks like an actual adult rather than a child. And obviously under the heel, there's a lot of disfiguration going on. But then again, like our reference image here doesn't exactly show that there's anything under the heel. So I think it did an okay job giving out the context. Now, all things considered, this was the best entry out of all things I showed you here today that can be done with OpenArt SFX. It's not a perfect tool, okay? It's probably best for single shots, so maybe like a TikTok video where somebody is dancing and you need to do some edits there and there's not a lot of movement in the frame outside from the character. It's probably best for that type of stuff. But like continuous shots that go in multiple different sceneries, probably not the best way to go. And yes, it is not as good as the video editing on Seedance 2.0, as that can do a lot more. But then again, this seems to be a lot more cheaper option than Seedance 2.0, in my opinion, in terms of the credit cost. I have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it is actually cheaper. And also, it does offer you 720 and 1080, and definitely is cheaper than 1080 with their own ratios. But definitely, it is an okay tool, and it's a very situational. It's good for certain things. But obviously, if you have the option, you can also go to edit things with Seedance 2.0 on OpenArt, or you can also use the Gemini Omni Flash, which is also a great tool. But both of those do not actually allow you to add masks. So its biggest benefit is really the masking tool. And there is, considerable amount of control that you actually get with the masking tool that I have to say is actually pretty decent. So you do get a fair amount of control. And I don't know any other video editing tool that has actually this much editing power right now. And also, top of this, there doesn't seem to be any type of copyright problems here. So you can do a lot of work with copyrighted content on this thing. If you want to support my work, use my referral link down below on OpenArt. And I do want to shout out to them for giving out me some credit so I can basically showcase this tool to you guys. And this will not be the last time I'm going to be obviously talking about OpenArt, as they have a lot of things on the pipeline, and I probably will be doing some collaborations with them in the future. And it's definitely one of those AI platforms right now, which has a lot of different tools available. And that is why I kind of recommend them. Plus, obviously, a lot of their subscriptions are actually a lot better in terms of the costs. And also, it's pretty affordable. So, plans starting at like $12. So, that's actually pretty good. Thanks for watching. I will be seeing you in the next video. Cheers.